Sean and Ben in the zone, talking Notre Dame football beneath the golden dome. Blue and gold forever, the passion only grows. Welcome to the Irish Brothers Show, and here we go.
Welcome in, everyone, to this live edition of the Irish Brothers Show. I am Sean Moriarty.
I am Benjamin Walters. Yes, welcome in indeed.
Unfortunately, we got a problem, and we're not able to go live on Twitter or on X because we need to be premium members, and unfortunately, we are not. So, we got all you guys here on YouTube. That's good enough for now.
Musk has enough money. Hope everybody's doing well. It is cold and snowy just about everywhere. So even the places that it's not normally cold and snowy. So hope you're staying warm. Hope you got some good food and some good tidings right now. But
all I can say is this: keep your faucets dripping. And keep the the doors underneath your sink open if you're in any cold areas like we are.
Yeah,
that'll save you a call to the plumber and all that other fun stuff.
Yes, indeed, that's a good little old school country trick right there. I like that. Yeah. We're officially in the postseason, and not the postseason playoffs, but postseason everything. Can you believe it?
Well, college, it's now officially the off season.
Yeah.
NFL, we are at the AFC and NFC championship games happening tomorrow. My Bears gave it a great effort last week.
Yep, they did.
But you know what? It sucks, but they're treading in the right direction. But we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And why don't we just start simple? And let's talk about, we're a Notre Dame page. We're a Notre Dame first show here. Let's talk about the 2026 schedule that was just made official, released a couple days ago. And I'm sorry, just yesterday, actually. But it feels like when it gets to be wintertime, and you're resting probably a little too much, it feels like days and days have passed, but it really hasn't.
Yeah.
So here's the opponents that we have. And we'll start with the opener, which is a neutral site at Lambeau Field. We got Wisconsin. Then we have Rice and Michigan State at home. Then we have, let's see. Looks like we have Stanford at home.
Stanford should be then 2 away games, if memory serves me right.
Well, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just listening. I'm just going the neutral site, home.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, no particular order. So our home games are Rice, Michigan State, which I'm kind of dreading that one a little bit. Stanford, Miami, Boston College, and Southern Methodist. The away games: Purdue, North Carolina, Syracuse, BYU, and technically Navy's an away game, but that's also a neutral site game. It's on Halloween at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah. Yep.
So we have 4 true road games.
Really only one, maybe 2, if you want to call it that, and that kind of depends on how the season goes. 2 good/great opponents, and that is Miami and potentially Southern Methodist.
BYU could be pretty decent,
and BYU should be good too. Yeah, I forgot about BYU. Yes, there are some anomalies, on the schedule. Michigan State's an anomaly. Rivalry comes into play, but also they just hired Pat Fitzgerald. So, Fitzgerald had the Wildcats, in a decent spot for a long time. in
And
Northwestern.
he's been a thorn in our side from his days on the field
Yep.
to as a coach.
Yeah. And, I keep up with some stuff when it comes to college football. It's not just Notre Dame. And there are certain people and certain programs that I keep a close eye on. Pat Fitzgerald's one of them. And I watched his introductory press conference and chills, and I don't even like him. So, I hope that for Pat Fitzgerald's sake, because it was pretty sour how everything went in the end at Northwestern. Let's just, say that. But for his sake, I hope that he can turn the Spartans around. And I hope that we add them legitimately back on the schedule for the long haul. I would like to see some of our classic rivals back on the schedule. So Michigan State could be good. It literally depends on how things go. I mean, they could be undefeated coming into that game. And in my opinion, I hope they are, because that would be a really fun victory. Nothing like stopping that little streak that they could potentially be on. But yeah, I mean, them and Southern Methodist and BYU are all anomalies. They could be really, really good or not so good. I think Miami will continue to be good. That's just me. I think Cristobal's got them in a pretty good spot. And that natty run for them will definitely help recruiting, as it does. I mean, helps everybody when you go on those runs. So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, not the greatest, most amazing, sexy schedule, if you will. But there's still games on that schedule that you got to be leery of if you're Notre Dame. I mean, and obviously it's way too early to talk about any of this, but for the sake of the live, that's a fact. I'm not going to automatically be arrogant and say we're going to win every game. The expectation is that we win every game, yes, but do we actually due to who we play?
The fact is, if you want to earn, respect. Respect is out the door. The people that are going to hate us are going to hate us. But the bottom line is you have to run through that schedule to give the committee no chance to leave you out.
Yes.
That was the problem this year. We dropped a couple games, and it came back to bite us in the ass. Plus, there was some bullshit on the committee's part. We all know that.
Yeah. Because
it's like I said, if you wanted to put Miami ahead of us, that's fine. But don't drag us along for 6 weeks.
Yes. Yeah. We were never angry that Miami got in.
Yeah, that's what people think.
That needs to be understood. We were not angry that Miami got in. We were angry that you said we were in, and then in the 11th hour, you yanked the rug out from underneath us. But yeah, I mean, if you want to say that there's only one, and even then, acceptable game that you could lose, it's the Miami game. But there needs to be an asterisk next to that, because if Miami has a loss or multiple losses coming into that game, you cannot lose to them.
No. Absolutely.
And in my opinion, this season that's coming, and due to how lacking the schedule is, you don't have room for error. This is an old school BCS situation here. You have to win every game. Have to. And if you lose a game, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So there you go. But
looking at the schedule, we have 6 ACC opponents, 3 Big Ten, 1 Big 12, 1 American. And does Rice play in the American as well?
Rice is either American or Conference USA, and I cannot remember which one they are.
Okay. So yeah, all I know is we are gonna hear a lot of it about Notre Dame has a weak schedule, blah 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 blah. But that's like I just said. That's where you just have to take care of business and don't worry about it. I guess.
Yes, Rice is in the American Conference.
Okay, so with that said, I just wanted to talk about that because that's the biggest thing looking for going into Notre Dame's next season. In addition to all the pickups we had in the transfer portal, which were huge. But let's go just to the end of the college football season, Ben.
Yes.
As I said, it was really a lose-lose.
Yes, if you're a Notre Dame fan, yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? It's our third wheel is watching. How's it going, Tanner? I hope so. We both hope so. All three of us hope so that that's the outcome in 2026. But yeah, it was just an absolute lose-lose. One, because Miami has some of the biggest, mouthiest, trashiest fans. I'm just gonna say it. It's true.
Nope, you're allowed to say it. You're allowed to say it. Like
They are nothing but thugs, white trash, and dorks.
Yeah.
Just morons that say the same stupid crap. Join the conference, which all the haters say that. Join the conference, join the conference, join the conference. It's like shove it up your ass with the conferences. I mean,
I saw a pretty prominent, if you will, Miami account that after the national championship was still taking shots at Indiana. Like, come on. And Mendoza. So there you go. It speaks for itself.
Sorry, they're just trash. I mean, and when you are just using the same overused crap that everybody else is using, it shows your immaturity and your lack of intelligence.
Yeah.
It's like, give it up with the damn conference. These people are not just Miami fans, but all these people are obsessed with conferences. I made a short not too long ago showing a picture of Jim Jones, Ben. I don't know if you saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they treat all these college football conferences. The conference is Jim Jones, and they are the cult followers.
Yeah.
It's getting old. But anyway, I digress. I went too far on the Miami side of things. Indiana, I guess, if I had to pick a winner, I guess Indiana would be the lesser of two evils, if you will.
Oh, Indiana is totally the lesser of two evils.
Somebody said to me, "How could you say that, Sean? Indiana did this and they did that." Well, listen, I wouldn't have these feelings towards Indiana if it wasn't for last year when all their fans started coming out and saying, "Hey, show me your Notre Dame degree. Show me your Notre Dame degree. Did you go to Notre Dame? Let's see that degree." And again, I've said a million times, I get it that it's a joke, but I'm pretty sure there are people out there, alumni of certain colleges, who do take that mentality serious in regards to gatekeeping. Like they really do believe that unless you went to the university, you're not allowed to cheer for them otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even as a joke, I just want to finish this part real quick. Even if it's a joke, it's getting old and stale and repetitive. Yeah. It's like, who cares if you went there or not? It's so stupid. It's a stupid joke. It's lousy. And it was, hey, how many of you actually went to the university that you cheer for? It's so retarded. But I guess, of course, now my aunt didn't like me saying that too much because one of my older cousins, he went to Indiana in the early 90s, and I've got a second cousin that's going there right now. But so, yeah, maybe for the 50 that are doing it, which I think was a lot more than that, you can't blame everybody. That's true. But when you hear it so much, it's to the point where Shane Gillis, before the national title game last year when we played Ohio State, is making a promo for it. And he makes a comment saying to his buddy that part, did you go to Notre Dame? No, but my dad did. My dad or my cousin. Then that's how you know it's
everybody's hearing it.
Yeah, everybody's hearing it. It's pathetic.
It's pathetic.
So
I'm happy for Indiana. Like I'm happy. It's nice to see, if you will, it's nice to see some fresh blood. You know,
that part's true. I can't argue.
Not Alabama, not Clemson, not Ohio State, Georgia. You know, and I'm happy for Mendoza. Mendoza is just an incredible human being, like from on the field to off the field, like just an incredible story. What a big, pardon my language, what a big FU to Miami for Mendoza. Like, truly. Because his story is wild. Like, Mendoza's story, I don't know how much you actually watched of all that, Sean, but like, holy crap. The whole, like, grew up a Hurricanes fan, grew up in the Miami area, went to Miami and tried to be a walk-on. Miami denied him and said, nope, we're not even giving you walk-on status. And then the final game of his career in college is a victory over the Hurricanes for a natty. Like, you can't draw it up any better than that. Like, that is insane. And then at the very end, I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and it makes my religious heart so happy. Doesn't go me, goes all glory to God. Like, without him, I'm nothing. And then we have the loser Carson back. Then we have the loser Carson back that doesn't even want to shake hands with anybody. Like, the right team and the right people won it this time. Like, it was great to see. If you want to say it that way. So there you go.
Well, of course, like I said, I want to make it clear, the two football teams, that was never my problem. I mean, I can't say that enough. It's the people. And there's a lot of people out there that are happy that I wish weren't happy right now.
Dude, this person nailed it. Put that comment up right there.
Oh, Carney, our old buddy.
Yep. I'm dealing with Indiana winning it as opposed to listening to Michael Irvin run his mouth. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And whoever the Indiana fan was, I don't know if you saw it, whoever the Indiana fan was at the end of the game that pulled his belt off and did belt to ass on the trash can like Michael Irvin did was absolutely perfect. Like, was absolutely perfect. I freaking loved it. Like, I had to laugh at that one. Like, that was great. Like, yeah. Like, what an absolute freaking clown that Irvin is. Like, you're gonna let that unhinged lunatic on the sideline? Good grief, there are children on those sidelines. Good Lord.
Yeah, that makes you wonder how much coke he did before and after the game.
He did tons of it. Like,
can I say something?
You ever heard his story on the U? Like, did you ever watch that? Like the documentary they did on the Hurricanes when they went on that huge tear that they were on for a decade? Dude, you talk about wild times. I mean, like, the stories and stuff that those guys had, holy crap. If you haven't watched, I mean, I don't like him at all. Like, I don't like him at all. But, like, that documentary was nuts. Was absolutely bonkers.
I saw parts of it. I just remember them getting all. Here's the funny part about that documentary that I've said on other shows before. So the beginning, they're all talking cocky and arrogant, especially Leon Searcy, and talk about how great they were and being arrogant and so on and so forth. But then when they make the documentary, the Catholics versus Convicts one, the 30 for 30. Leon Searcy, Steve Walsh, I think Cleveland Gary was on there, but they're all acting like they're so offended. Catholics versus convicts, how could they say that? I was accepted to Ivy League schools and this and that. It's like, shut the fuck up, Searcy.
God, were you accepted to the Ivy League school based on your test scores, or were you accepted to the Ivy League school based on your athleticness?
Yeah. Well, it's just
because the Notre Dame guys are being accepted in both categories, not just one.
Pat Eilers, he came to Notre Dame from, I believe, Yale, I think. But he's the one who made a big play in that game. But no, it's just I just bring that up because it was so funny how they're all cocky and arrogant in the two-part The U documentary, but then they act all offended and act like hurt victims when they see Catholics versus convicts.
Yeah.
So give me a break. But I don't want to get political here, Ben, But something with Michael Irvin that I got to say that's just completely funny is some years ago, he was talking about how he was all for gun control and all that. But then you think back to his time at Miami and even with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm thinking, wait a second, Michael. You mean to tell me that when you're going to pick up your Coke and your hookers, you're not carrying a piece with you? Shut the hell up. Shut up. Come on.
Yeah.
But
Hot meat kettle. But yeah, no, I am and like the other side of it that you have to understand and realize with Indiana, because like at first I was super not happy with this whole situation. And I've come around in a way. Cignetti was in year 2 in Indiana and did this. A. B. No one has gone 16-0 since Yale won the national title. So I'll let you think about that one for a second. And then final point is that, yeah, you can say it, that Indiana bought a team. Like, that's true.
yeah, I mean, I said that in a previous video.
But it still takes a special staff to get those guys to buy in and actually do what they did. Because how many times have we seen it with golden example number 1, the Yankees? How many times did they have just a bonkers payroll, literally every big name player in the MLB, and never got to a national or a World Series?
It's happened plenty.
So it's not easy to do. It's not. And I will give Cignetti the credit for doing that. Now, I will say, and I will be a quote unquote homer and say that I take a lot of solace in the fact, knowing that the last team to beat Indiana was Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Back to the Oklahoma streak back in the 50s. We were the last team to beat them before they went on that roll. And then we were the same team that ended it.
Yeah. Yep. So
hopefully history.
Yeah, but the
itself.
season's over. We're officially in the off season. A new season is coming towards us, and
it'll be here before you know.
What direction are we going? And for us Notre Dame folk, we're going in the right direction.
Well, what really helps, and before I say this, I know I said this in a previous video, and you kind of just beat me to the punch on it. I never once said that, anything in regards to accusing Cignetti of cheating or anything like that. I wasn't even going there. But you hate to say it, but yeah, it was a team that was bought. However, it was done within the rules and regulations of today's college football.
Right.
And that's not the point that I'm making. This is a separate point. You hear a lot of people getting upset about, the transfer portal and name, image, likeness, and some might have some good points.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't complain when people are playing by the rules.
Right. Yep.
Now this isn't like the old West days of, SMU getting busted, for the Pony Express and getting the death penalty for 2 years. That stuff is now a part of the rules.
Yeah.
And so I'm certainly not calling Curt Cignetti a cheater or saying this or saying that, but you can't deny the fact that it was a bought team. You can't.
Right. No.
Because he brought a lot of talent. But like you said, it's one thing to get the talent, but to get that talent to buy in, that's a completely different story.
Right. Because look at A&M.
I'm giving credit. I'm giving him credit.
Before Elko came to A&M, A&M had, if you want to go by payroll, A&M had one of the biggest payrolls, and then right after them was Oregon. And what do they do? So there's that. So it's not a guarantee. It's not. And hell, look at the NFL. Just because you got all these great guys, and just because, you have all this money doesn't mean you're going to equal success. And as much as I freaking hate to say it, I'm going to say it. And it's going to hurt. The Patriots were really good at finding guys that weren't the quote unquote sexiest, if you will, and bringing the best potential out of them. And it goes both ways.
What it all comes back to is Moneyball.
Yeah.
Like what Billy Bean did with the Athletic.
And Indiana did that. I mean, there were a couple guys on that Indiana roster, and yeah, at that point they were getting paid a good amount of money, you know. But I mean, you look at like Mendoza and a couple of the other guys that were key contributors, they weren't 5-star recruits out of high school. They weren't these world beaters like Derrick Henry and Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson. These were guys that fell through the cracks and came across the right person in Cignetti and his staff that pruned them to be where they're at and then went on a run. Like,
right.
So that takes something. And I feel like, not to sound arrogant, I feel like that's where Notre Dame's going. I feel like we're going that direction. And here's a crazy statistic, okay? Indiana teams have more playoff wins in the last 2 years than the entire SEC.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Some good old Midwest football. So there you go.
Okay, real quick, before I forget, I should have done this at the start. Here in the live chat is the link if anybody wants to come in and talk to us. And I see one who would just
play it. Pop that comment.
Hey, Gary, Legend Gary, come on in here and talk to us.
In.
Please come on in.
Who else should actually be in stream right now? And I'm going to just say it because I'm feeling a little fired up. Rec Talk. He said on his live stream that his biggest beef with us is the fact that we don't want to talk to anybody and we just want to make videos. Not your chance. But irrelevant is bullshit. Okay, let's just.
If we're irrelevant, why do you keep talking about us?
Not even that. Okay, the irrelevant situation. The same with Cam Newton. Okay, we're gonna bring it up because Cam Newton cannot keep us out of his mouth. Okay, if we were irrelevant, we wouldn't have played in the national championship last year. If we were irrelevant, we wouldn't have how many 10-win seasons in the last decade? If we were irrelevant, we wouldn't have multiple playoff appearances. If we were irrelevant, we wouldn't have every game that we go on a road like Louisville and Miami and Duke, Virginia Tech, be sellouts.
Well, you see, Ben, that's true. That's true.
You tell me how we're irrelevant.
The people like him and like this guy right here, you know what they're the ones who I say all the time, and I should get a t-shirt made with this. These fans, the ones that hate Notre Dame so much, no matter what Notre Dame does, they will always move the goalpost. Yep. And this is just a hypothetical, huge hypothetical. We could join the SEC conference, dominate it, win it, go to the playoffs, win the national championship every single year. People like this guy and all the other guy you were talking about on his live stream, they would find some excuse of why Notre Dame should not have done that. Mm-hmm. That's just a way out there hypothetical, but just work with me on it. And hold on one sec. Had my alarm going off. Forgot.
Tell me what happened the last 3 times, Gary, that we tried to join a conference. Tell me what happened. And if you don't know those answers and you don't have an actual comeback for that, your comment is invalid. Just going to say that because we've tried. We have tried to join conferences. And guess what? It wasn't Notre Dame's fault. It was other specific schools in specific conferences. And at this point, when you've been burned 3 times, you quit trying.
Well,
Because how's that saying go? Fool me once, blah, blah, blah. And fool me twice,
shame on,
blah, blah, blah.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah. So
Shame
I
on
want
you.
to hear that.
Well, here's something else. Aside from all the conference talk, you said before, Ben, I kind of addressed it already, but that one dude, the Georgia Tech fan, I forgot what you said his name or what his name was. They say we don't want to talk to people. We are giving all you morons who show up on here, and this of course, like to Tanner and to Superfan DK, Carney. We're not talking about you guys. We're talking about the moron, like the actual morons who show up. We're giving you the chance to come in and talk to us. You say we don't want to talk to anybody. We're giving you that chance. Click the link. Come on in here and talk to us. We will bring you on.
Yep. Hop up, because I don't have the power to do it. Pop up Superfan's last comment.
Yeah.
There you go. Are you referring to the Maize and Blue crew? Well, they're one. And one of the other big ones is the Scarlet and Gray in Ohio State. That actually got Gordon Gee fired from Ohio State, and then he ended up becoming the athletic director at West Virginia. And then the third one is certain ACC schools did not want us to join the ACC as a full member. So there you go. Now you have all the facts, so you can't claim ignorance now. But yeah, so it's ridiculous, the whole conference thing. And, it is what it is. And in my opinion, I think the only way, we'll get serious for a second. I think the only way we ever actually join a conference in football is if what Gary is saying actually happened. And what I mean by that is, like, if the NCAA legit said, like, okay, well, we're not going to let you guys into the playoffs until you join a conference.
Gary, get on here and talk to us. You want us to talk to people. Well, not you, but that other guy said we don't talk to people. Click that link. Come on here and talk to us.
Yep.
Man to man. We'll give you a fair shot. Click the link. Come on here and talk to us.
Yeah.
Don't be just typing away.
So where was I? Yeah,
Sorry.
if they went that route, then yes, I think that would be truly the tipping point for Notre Dame to actually join the conference. And they would have to figure some stuff out.
Well, there's always got to be that incentive for something. That's
You
just
know,
how
so-
the business aspect of college football. I mean, that's what business is all about. It's making money.
Yeah.
I had one. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
No, you go ahead.
I keep cutting off. I don't mean to cut you
for it.
off.
You're
That's a
fine.
bad habit. I did a short the other day calling out some guy that left a comment saying that Notre Dame's greedy, this and that. Not quite what Mr. Gary here is saying. This guy was a Texas A&M fan, and I even posted a private conversation I had with him. He said that Notre Dame is just greedy and just cares about money. You want to talk about another case of calling the kettle black? That's every college football team in the country and every conference. What do you call it when all the major conferences are poaching the best teams?
The best members. It's not like they went and poached little Vanderbilt. No. They went and poached who? Yeah. No, I agree. 110%.
And why do you think? What do you think it's all about? Money. It's about money. Okay, and I
you
said
know what
this guy,
could make college football absolutely beautiful? Less money. You know who I think has it all correct? You know who I do think has it all correct?
Who's that?
The FCS level.
No
You
argument.
play every college football game except the final one, which I agree with. You play every single game at someone's actual stadium. No neutral field sites. No bullshit sponsors. Clean, old-fashioned, legit football. I mean, the team that's down the road for me, literally drive through their campus every day, 2 times a day. Illinois State. Road Warriors going to that national championship they went to. Four rounds. They went on the road and beat a team. 4. First time it's ever been done at the FCS level on your way to a championship. That would never happen in Division 1 FBS level, ever, because of the greed and the money hungriness that is college football. And I think it's bullshit. I think it is absolute bullshit. And you know who else thinks it's bullshit? Dan Lanning at Oregon. He said the exact same thing I'm saying. We should do away with these neutral field side bowl games, except for the championship, and make it a home game. Then the money goes back into these little communities, not big time Miami, not Chicago, not Dallas, Fort Worth, not any of that. Fargo, little Birmingham, all those places that these schools are at, Tuscaloosa, small communities that just happen to have a big university. That's how it should be, because that's not legit greed. That is helping the little man. But no, we're going to go boost an economy in a huge city with the college football playoffs. It's bullshit. Just going to say it like that.
Good point.
So,
but it just goes back
you can say that we're money hungry, but the reason that we're quote unquote money hungry is because the NCAA has shown that for the longest time, they didn't give 2 fucks about the college athlete. Let's be honest. I mean, look what they did to AJ Green in his final year at Georgia. Does anybody actually remember that? You talk about legit Prince John stealing from the poor. The NCAA screwed AJ Green in his local community, and no one talks about it. No one. So I don't want to hear greed from Notre Dame's standpoint. Don't want to hear that, because the real greed is at the very top, and that is the NCAA.
Well, and of course, Legend Gary here, and I've got a hunch that he could possibly be this could possibly be a burner account from somebody, but I'm not going to go any further than that.
There's some speculation, and you know what they say about assuming, but
you're right.
I mean,
you're right. But
now the NIL has leveled that, and the one thing I do like about the NIL is there are guys and schools and stuff that are now getting, in my opinion, a fair shake.
Yeah.
Like NIL has hit some of these even smaller schools that aren't the Alabamas and the Clemsons and Notre Dames, you know, and now you have guys that are doing a lot of good. I mean, look at, why am I blanking on his name? Price. Look at Jerian Price this year. He gave every single penny that he earned in NIL away to charity. Every single penny. Didn't have to do that. That was his hard-earned money. And he did.
That's a class act right
there. And there's lots of guys that do it. I mean, obviously, he was talked about because it's Notre Dame and Notre Dame's talked about. But there's lots of guys that do that, you know, and gals. I mean, because it's not just in men's sports. It's in women's sports, too.
Right. Women's basketball, that's another one that gets a lot of attention. And
really, in my opinion, NIL is even better for some of the other sports, because a lot of other sports aren't even full scholarships. It's
true.
Partials. You know, a lot of those baseball guys and a lot of the softball and even lacrosse and stuff, that's not full scholarships for those players.
No.
I mean, and you think about some of these big universities where tuition's just astronomical. I mean, that hurts, you know. So no, it's a good and necessary evil in my opinion. But
the only thing is with the NIL, and I have no problem. Look, I've said this about the NIL and the transfer portal. There's pros and cons to everything. And one thing I do like about the NIL is it prevents certain things like from even if you earn money, but you give all of it to charity, you're not going to get punished for it because a similar thing happened to, I think this was AJ Green as well. I think it was a Georgia player. I know that because
AJ Green. You're talking about the jersey situation.
Yeah.
The auction. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
He auctioned off a bowl game jersey.
Here's
the whole story because there are probably a lot of people that are watching that are like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
AJ Green auctioned off a bowl game jersey that was his possession. It was not like he went and took something from the university and sold it as his own. It was given to him as a gift from the university. Okay. And he auctioned it off. And then what he did with the auction winner money is he gave it to his local high school to boost their struggling football program because he was paying homage to what got him out of his situation. And then the NCAA got involved and not only suspended him, but used him as an example and said that that's not allowed. And that wasn't a player getting paid under the table. That was someone who went and did stuff on his own accord outside of everything and still got punished.
And this is where I think
tell me who's greedy.
Good thing.
And you know why they did it. It's because they didn't get a penny.
Yeah.
That is why it happened. Let's be honest. You know.
Of course.
So
that's where the NIL is definitely a good thing.
Yes.
The only thing what they need to do, because some of it gets way out of control, they have to find a way to, well, basically put a salary cap on it.
Well, salary cap and transfer portal needs to have limits.
Yes.
Like you can't transfer 4 times. Twice. With an exception, and I would say with an exception of, and I've always liked this, is if your coach gets fired or leaves the program, whatever, okay, you have the option of leaving. Because I understand that. I mean, you go to a university for, let's say, Bob Stoops, okay, when he was at Oklahoma. He recruits you. He goes to your living room and eats pie with your mom and sells your family and yourself on coming to Oklahoma. And then a year into your tenure with him, let's say he finds a greener pasture or worse, gets axed. And now what? And you would never have gone to Oklahoma if it wasn't for him, and you would have gone to East Texas, you know, then I feel like that's acceptable and understandable.
Yeah.
But it's not well, I'm not going to start, and I don't like this, and I'm going to take my marbles and go home and transfer out. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
see, I was watching, I've mentioned this many times before on different episodes and live streams, but our late friend, the great Big Ball Daddy, biggest Tennessee fan I've ever seen in my life, he had a former Tennessee player on his show one time by the name of Chris Treese. He was a defensive back at Tennessee in I want to say the mid to late 80s, somewhere in there. And man, listen, it doesn't have to be a former Notre Dame player. If I could listen to this guy talk for hours.
There's lots of guys. Oh my gosh.
That live
There's
chat.
So many dudes that you just sit down and listen to them. Holy crap, they got some awesome stories.
That live chat, it's still up on BVD's channel. Go check it out. It just is so awesome. But he had so many great takes on all these topics. This Chris Treese, and one of the opinions he had was this. You know, you see the kid on recruiting day, at his press conference, at the All-American game, whatever. He's got all the hats lined up. He picks his team. But the ironic part is he then goes to the university that he picked, finds out that it's hard, and then he's like, hey, whatever nation on Twitter, I've decided to enter my name into the transfer portal.
Yeah. Which
that tells you one thing. That kid doesn't have the love for the game, which Mr. Treese said also in this show. He's like, you got too many kids that love the attention more than they do the game.
Mm-hmm.
So his point was, since this kid loves the attention so much, when he goes into the transfer portal, he now gets to be recruited again and feel that same love. And he basically compared it to the movie The Program.
Mm-hmm.
With Mike Epps, I think it was.
Yeah.
Omar Epps, one of the
Well,
two.
and think about, I don't know if you remember when we had Goolsby on, Goolsby brought up a good point too. You have these guys, kids, that take the selfie, of themselves, quote unquote, at practice on their own accord and then walk away. It's all facade, so yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree. And there's a lot of guys that, unfortunately really take the easy way out. And it's got to be stopped. I really do. I miss the days where, the only way that you got allowed to transfer out and start immediately was if a program had a situation and program that your college didn't offer.
Yeah, there was a lot of different rules.
So, I mean, because there was a big one. Like when I was living in Columbus, there was a big one. And this was Ohio State's first national championship in a long time, when they beat Miami. Their quarterback, Craig Krenzel, came from the University of Michigan. And at the time, when he transferred out, the only reason that he was allowed to start immediately was because he found a program at Ohio State that Michigan didn't have at their university, degree-wise. That's how it should be. It should not be you just transfer out because you want to transfer out. You're trying to make yourself better.
Well, it just goes back to the point where, that Chris was making in that video, in that live chat with that live stream with BVD. You treat this game like it's a hobby. It's going to reward you like a hobby. But also, you got to realize just because you're the stud in high school doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be the stud in college.
No, the jumps are crazy. I mean, and that's the other thing too with our society currently is like, okay, if you play any kind of football, and not even just football, you name it, lacrosse, basketball, whatever. Okay, if you play actual college, not club, because club's a little different. If you play actual collegiate athletics at any school, whether it's Division III all the way up to FBS, you are like the 1% of athletes that do that. That's crazy. And that's awesome. There are so many parents out there, so many parents. And I mean, I saw it, and I still see it in my district that I work in, that go, well, if my child doesn't go to Wisconsin, then that's not good enough. No, if your child goes to Minnesota State and plays college athletics, that is impressive. Like, it's just ridiculous how this society has morphed into like this whole sense of entitlement. And
it's all me.
Yeah. And I'm not saying, and like, I get it. Bet on yourself. I mean, the world sucks. It's hard. I get it. And we've seen it. You bet on yourself. And if you believe in yourself and you work hard, you can do it. I mean, look what Signetti did, but that situation's way different than just automatically going, well, I'm super good, so I should go to Alabama, Oklahoma, whoever. No. You have to earn those opportunities. Earn them. So, yeah, man, like, it's just sad. And I totally agree with that player. Like, totally, 110% agree. So pull up Tanner's comment real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna get to both of them.
The other one. I like the other one better.
Well, I just wanted to
Brian Kelly one was great.
Yeah, no. Well, let me just address that real quick to what Mr. Gary, aka a potential burner account, was saying. We don't think as fans, we don't think we're higher and mightier than anyone. Like myself, you'll never hear me asking a Michigan fan to see his degree. I don't care. No. As a matter of fact, I just made a short defending Michigan.
Yeah.
But the difference is that just happened to be Michigan. I would have done that with anyone else. But
right. No,
but yeah, but the guy was saying
now there probably are fans out there that'll have that sense of entitlement. Like, let's not even pretend in any fan base, not just ours. But yes, I agree, 110%. Totally.
But the comment that Tanner was referring to is this was a Mr. Potential Burner account. I'm just saying, if Notre Dame disbanded their program tomorrow, college football would keep. Well, no shit, Sherlock. No shit.
Name me any program. Name me any program. Ohio State, Michigan, Oklahoma, Alabama, hell, Nebraska. When's the last time? And I'm not taking a shot, Nebraska fans. I love you guys. Okay, let's just start
making
there.
Making that clear.
Okay, like one of the greatest and nicest and classiest fan bases I've ever ran into was Nebraska. Let's go start there. Nebraska, if you want to talk about relevancy and irrelevancy, as a football program, has been really down in the dumps. College football still marching on, I mean, and how good were they back in the day, So, yeah, there will always be someone to take place of whoever else. Like, that's a given. I'm saying, like, if Notre Dame went belly up, well, yeah.
But yes, of course, college football is going to be going on no matter.
It's not like if Notre Dame said, you know what, we've thought about it, and we feel like it would be in the best interest of our university that we get rid of college football on our neck of the woods, and we're calling it quits. It's not like everybody else is going to be like, well, Notre Dame's quitting, so might as well call it right now.
We're not stupid to think that.
Come on, man.
This is why I swear. This is really, there needs to be an IQ test.
Like, good grief. Oh man, social media where brain cells go to freaking die.
No kidding. But our buddy Tanner's other comment. Remember the recruiting story about Brian Kelly when he was being hired by LSU? The story goes he was in a recruit's home having dinner with them. He took a phone call mid-visit from LSU, got hired. Yeah.
Pretty low. Where did it get him? Like,
has he even been offered a job since?
I don't know. I haven't. I mean, then again, we've had some like humdinger coaching jobs open up on multiple avenues of football, not even just college. Like, NFL's been wild too. So I haven't been paying much attention to any of his neck of the woods. And then again, why would I? Because I'm not going to say I dislike LSU, because I don't dislike LSU. I mean, the last 3 times we've played them, we've beat them. So there you go. There's one. 2, I mean, it's LSU, and good for them. And I could give 2 winks what Brian Kelly's doing. If I talk about Brian Kelly, it's more just that's what's going on in the world of college football. Same with like Dabo Swinney and this whole shot at LSU and tampering and all that garbage. But yeah, like
well, the bottom line is, I just wanted to say this. Myself, I've been on other shows where like going back real quick to just end this, people say that we don't want to talk to anybody else. How many times have we offered people to come on the show or come on during a live stream?
I don't think we've ever actually had, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think we've actually had someone take us up on the offer.
No. The only times has been when it's been on their show.
Yeah.
Like I was on like that dork, that Mayhem Matthew, the Georgia fan.
Yeah.
Which that's not a shot towards Georgia fans or towards the Georgia Bulldogs.
There's certain individuals in every fan base that are dorks.
The Mr. I look like Jack Sparrow from the dollar store. And go figure, he has a whole section on anime on his channel. Which hold on. You didn't let me finish. Ben, it's okay if people watch anime. But when you look every stereotype of anime, what people think of, yeah. But that's just me kind of being bitter because of this guy's big mouth. But then again, this is a guy too who shit on his own quarterback for actually winning them a national championship, and his reason was,
Dude, that kills me. Like,
yeah, well, the only reason he won is because he had an incredible receiving core, running backs, and a line. That's called building a football team, you dumbass. And then he tried to go back on saying, no, I was talking about Stetson's personal performance that year. I said he did better the next year. I'm like, shut the hell up, dude. So it's like, really, the people that say stupid shit like this, what do you expect them to do? Do you expect the coach to just give them lesser talent around them and expect them to do everything themselves?
right.
A quarterback can only do so much by himself.
Well, and it's also like the whole like when a reporter sticks a microphone in someone's face, and people get all upset. Well, like, oh, he was arrogant and he didn't. And it's like, okay, well, what do you want the guy to say? Okay, like, what do you want him to say? You want him to say, yeah, we suck. We're gonna lose this game. We have no chance.
Well,
like, come on, man. Like,
well, another time too, just to finish up this topic, I went on, I can't remember if this was when we were together or if I was still on my own. I think it might have just been when we started, but I had a Pittsburgh fan that was on.
Yeah, it wasn't when we were together.
Okay.
I remember that.
But this guy, and he trolled us on Twitter too. But his name is John Waffle something. Hail to Pitt John Waffle or something.
Yeah.
And he still pops around from time to time running his mouth. The guy looks like a serial killer. But that video I still have up somewhere. But this guy came on calling me or us. I'm pretty sure this could have been before you and I started this show.
Yeah.
But he was coming around constantly calling me a fraud. I'm like, how am I a fraud? What am I misleading people on? And his whole take was like, well, it's just you tell them that your team's gonna win when they're most likely not. And I said, no, I never guarantee Notre Dame to win. I never guarantee them to win a game. I say what I think needs to happen for them to win a game, what they need to do. And whatever happens. I'll deal with it.
And what kind of fan would you be? Truly, what kind of fan are you when you go, our team's going to lose?
Exactly.
I don't care if, hypothetically, if we had lost 50 games in a row, 50 games, okay? However many seasons that is. I'm terrible at math, okay? I didn't go to Notre Dame. And we go and play undefeated. Let's say it's Indiana, since they're top dog right now. Okay. I'm still going to say we're winning the game. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to say here? You want me to say, like, oh, yeah, we're going to lose Indiana? No, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I will homer for this team. There you go, right there. I will homer for this team even on my bad days when I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it anymore. Like, the heartbreak is just killing me. Even on my bad days, I'm going to homer for this team, man. Like, duh. All right. I'm going to hop off for like 2 seconds because I'm going to move ship down to a different room.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like, these people are ridiculous. I'll be back.
All right. I'll keep us going. Yeah, heartbreak is good for you because it shows that you give a shit. But yeah, Legend Gary, if you're still on there, the link is still on. Come on and talk to us. We've given people so many chances to actually come on and talk to us, whether in advance or here on a stream, and they don't do it. Maybe. Personally, super fan, I think it's you heard us say it already. I think it's a burner account for somebody else. Because unfortunately, mostly me, not so much Ben, but I have other people that have followed me over to this channel, and they like to do that crap. Oh, but yeah, it's just so funny. Like, people like to call Notre Dame greedy from what we were saying earlier. Well, Mike Golick Sr. covered this perfectly back in 2012. It's not like Notre Dame's holding a gun up to anybody's head. Everything that they get from, whether it's a bowl buyout or this new deal where if they make the top 12, they're in the playoffs. It's being offered to them. Are you really not going to take it? Give me a break. But guys, I'm going to take a quick break myself, and we'll be back. There you go. And he's back.
Yo. What did I miss? Hopefully not much.
No, I didn't say much. I was just talking about, people like to say, going back to
Eagles.
Going back, what's wrong?
Tanner and his Eagles.
But I know I was just telling the audience here that, going back to when people say that Notre Dame is greedy and this and that. Okay, I think Mike Golick Sr. covered this perfectly back in 2012. All the things that Notre Dame has, like whether it was the bowl buyout where they get paid $1.5 million for not making a bowl game, and a seat at the playoff table and whatnot. This deal they have coming up next season when when they get into the playoffs if they're ranked number 12 or higher.
Yeah,
that stuff is offered to them.
Yeah.
It's not like Notre Dame. It's not like Pete Bavacqua or then Jack Swarbrick. It's not like they went to the NCAA or the playoff committee or whoever held the gun to their head and, hey, give us all this stuff.
I was literally thinking that. Yeah, no.
They were offered all this stuff.
There are legit things made on both sides. It is a give and take on every side. And it's the same with these auto bids, okay? You have to look at everything like the quote-unquote auto bids, okay? If you think that auto bids are BS, okay, then that's how it should be. And that's fine if you think that auto bids are BS, but there's auto bids. So what's the difference between the auto bid and Notre Dame getting in? Because according to everything, it is top 12 teams make it in, right? Like, except for those stupid auto bids. But even then,
you know what the answer is going to be, Ben? I'll go ahead, finish. I got.
But yeah, and if you want things changed, then write to these guys, write to your university, it's not like we live in Russia and you can't have an opinion. Like,
oh no, you want to go worse? North Korea.
Or North Korea. Yeah, North Korea is the absolute worst if you want to talk about that. But yeah, these fans get all up in arms about it. And it's like, well, and here's the other thing too. They act like And same with scheduling and Notre Dame not being in a conference and getting the auto bid. Okay. I'm Ben Walters. I live in Podunk, Midwest USA. I have no say whatsoever in what the team does. No say. And these fans act like, well, since you're a Notre Dame fan, you guys are doing all these things. No. Okay. No. Okay. If I was making the schedule, dude, put LSU and Alabama and Ohio State and Michigan and Michigan State, put all them suckers on the schedule. You think that I like the fact that we're going to go play freaking Rice? You think that I like the fact that we're going to go freaking play Stanford? No. I have no say whatsoever. So what do you want? You want me to be fake and you want me to go, Ohio State schedules awesome teams. I'll go root for them. No. Same with the auto bid crap and same with the whole Notre Dame getting in. Okay. I had no say in that. So all I can do is go, okay, well, there's that. I'm going to root for Notre Dame.
Got to bring up this real quick. Sean Hunter, longtime viewer. Great show, buddy. Sitting here with a few beers waiting for this huge-ass storm to get here. I will watch a shit ton of replay games.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you stay safe, okay? Probably best to stay indoors if you guys have a big storm coming. And our buddy Tanner's on the roll with the comments tonight. If it comes down to the last week and Notre Dame is ranked 12th and they don't want them in the playoff, they will just move them down one spot like they did this year. He's right.
Because you can't, can we stop that from happening? Nope. Like, if it happens, it happens.
The committee can do whatever they want. The memorandum of understanding regarding being ranked number 12 does not matter.
And you know what we have to do to make sure that doesn't happen? Win your games. Freeman even said that. Freeman said that during the national championship when he was on.
It says a lot when Kirk Herbstreit is giving you shaking your hand for saying what you did.
And the comment sections of those videos after the fact, after they put up all that stuff, the comment sections were awesome. There were so many people that were like, yep, I'm a Notre Dame hater. I can't stand Notre Dame. But guess what? I really like Marcus Freeman. Like, thank you. Hello. Like, one of the most likable people in college football right now. 110%. Like, yeah, you can hate Notre Dame. That's fine. I want you to hate Notre Dame. You heard it. Quote me. I want you to hate Notre Dame. Why? Because it makes the game fun. That's why. Okay? I want you to be a Michigan fan. I want you to be an Ohio State fan. Let's have fun. Okay?
Oh, my God, Ben. Finish your point. We got a guest.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I'll
Who's
bring
the
up.
guest.
Finish your point.
But yeah, so there you go. Like, I don't care.
All right, let's bring him in. Our first caller, longtime viewer, first time coming in on the show. DK Superfan, what's up, dude?
Not too much, Sean. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you got
Loud
you
and
hear me loud and clear.
All right. Big. I got tired of you guys bringing up nobody calls in, so I figured
They don't.
eat your words, boys.
So what's on your mind, dude? Let's hear what you have to say.
Not much, honestly. You guys are hitting all the nails on the head. Honestly, I'm part of the Notre Dame Join the Conference club, but just because but you've seen me comment on this before, Sean.
Funny.
Because I want you guys to play the Hawkeyes once in a while.
I think
I'm surprised, logistically, I'm surprised.
1960s in football. We played in basketball a few times with the ACC Big Ten Challenge, but football was like the 1960s, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I can tell you one thing. Where I grew up, a town called Geneseo, Illinois.
Yep, I know it. I drove past it on my way to Notre Dame one for the.
Oh, no, yeah, because it's right there off
the Quad
Interstate 8.
Cities there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I believe me, I've been surrounded by Hawkeye Nation all my life. And I've never had a hate for the Iowa Hawkeyes, but it just happened to be that the two most hated people in our school at the time were Hawkeye fans.
So kind of
So don't
like,
take it
Greeny. So kind of like Greeny when he got his beer stolen when he was a Northwestern student type thing. Mike Greenberg.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing too with the Hawkeyes is like, I mean, because both of us are in Illinois. I mean, there's that like border rivalry automatically. I mean, University of Illinois and University of Iowa always going at it. So, yeah, I think just in general there's that. But yeah, logistically, I don't understand why we don't throw the Hawkeyes on the schedule from time to time. I mean, shoot, like, yeah.
I mean, the problem is you have so many rivals already. When you had before the ACC deal came in and you'd play all those Big Ten teams already, I think we always kind of were on the outside looking in, especially with the Michigans and the Michigan States, your old buddy, Sean. And then also, really, you guys need to join the Big Ten because we got all your rivals now. USC's in there. USC.
We talked about that. We were like, I mean, yeah, seriously, like if you're going to pick just based on rivals alone, I mean, shoot, it's Big Ten now. So,
well, listen, when you look at the schedules back in the day, teams that were always on it, Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, Penn State was always on the schedule. Who else was a regular?
Northwestern was a pretty big
Northwestern, yeah, that's what I was forgetting. So those are 5 teams that we played regularly all the time.
And I mean, Northwestern, shoot, I mean, like you talk about distance too. Like, I mean, they're a hop, skip, and a jump from South Bend. So that's always been a small rivalry in and of itself.
But Indiana would show up occasionally on the schedule.
Yeah.
So we essentially played a Big Ten schedule back in the day.
Yep.
Then people think we wouldn't be able to handle it and things and whatnot. But you're right, though. A lot of our rivals with USC going there and whatnot, a good chunk of them are there in that conference.
That's the only way I think we get USC back on the schedule. Truly, like we want them back on. We're going to have to join the Big Ten because they ain't going to play us any other way. So
yeah, it shouldn't have to come to that, but it's a shame that one had to fall. That's a legendary
it's not
one.
It's not like it was Notre Dame's fault that happened.
There
it
yeah.
wasn't. I mean, Big Ten had a lot to do with it too, with the 9 games.
There are a lot of people in the Southern Cal base that are not happy about that. I mean, and not just fans, but I mean, legit notable alums and former players that are just hacked off that rivalry got canceled. So,
well, it's not canceled completely. It's just won't
on hiatus. But yeah, I mean, canceled for the time being. Yeah,
kind of like the Michigan one of 10 years ago, kind of that same deal.
Yeah. But if you don't forget, too, Michigan didn't play us for like another 30 or 40 years after they first canceled. Because I think we played them once in 47, 48, and then we didn't play them again until, the early 70s?
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
Mid-70s, I think. It was right when Era left, I think. Right when Era ended, I think is when they resumed that one.
Yeah, the last few years before he left, because he left in 75. Yeah, 74, 75. So, yeah, it's just – but the thing is with you, this whole thing with USC and that rivalry, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but it seemed like USC was all pissed off because we wouldn't play them at the start of the year. We wanted to keep them at midseason or end of the year.
Yep. It was that, and I think it also was that they struggled. And not just in, making the playoffs, but they struggled to beat us. Caleb Williams was really the only one that legitimately made Notre Dame look bad. I mean, the rest of them they beat us a couple times, but they weren't blowouts. So I feel like they just got fed up and they were like, we're taking our marbles and going home. And that's pretty much what they did. And then there were also on that side of the coin, a lot of people that were like, well, they could play in week 0. No, they can't. You have to legit get permission from the NCAA to play in week 0. There's only one school, that automatically has the opportunity to play in week 0 every single season, and that's Hawaii. Everybody else has to get permission, and that takes time.
Exactly. He
Just
they
what
knew.
I'm talking about. Yep.
So, but also here's something I wanted to add to that. When you're two big rivals like Notre Dame and USC, why would you want to play to start the season? When
It's like playing Miami.
Yeah.
You don't want to go full speed right out of the chute. Why do you think Iowa plays Albany?
No, I've never liked that. Notre Dame's been that way for a long time. Like, I do not like playing a big marquee matchup to start the season. Like, I just don't.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it at all.
No, but I'm just saying, like, every year, especially for us, I mean, in Notre Dame, every year it was Ohio State or Texas or Oklahoma or Miami or whoever, you name it. And it's like, can we start off against like Toledo, please? Like, can we do what like every other Big Ten and SEC school does and just like have 1 week of not getting our ass kicked right out of the gate? Whether we win or lose. Like,
Ben, we played Toledo earlier, and it took a last second drive.
I know. I knew you were going to say that, but yes, like,
yeah,
I know. But yeah, I mean, it's switching gears real quick, doing some quick Winspedia research. The last time we played Iowa was 1968. And we played them from 54 to 68.
Yeah, and there weren't too many gaps in between that. Even before that, there were a lot of games too. So,
and Notre Dame is currently on a 4-game winning streak against Iowa.
Yeah, that's not a surprise for that era of Hawkeye football.
But
just got to bring. That's one to bring back up. But yeah, I just wanted to add something on to the playing big games out of the chute. Like I said, I'm fine with it. But when it comes to the Notre Dame USC rivalry, no, you save that one until midseason or the end of the year, because in my opinion, that's when it actually. It always means something, but it means something more at that time, because that's when the rankings are in full gear. That's when you're truly looking to determine playoff spots.
Right.
That's when it all starts to really.
Could you imagine? Okay. Like, could you imagine like Iowa playing Iowa State to start the season, or
well, it's week 2 usually.
Michigan and Ohio State playing each other the first game of the season, or I mean, you name it. It's like, no, you play later in the season when it means more, when there's a lot of things at stake. Teams are ranked, going for potential national championship, that kind of stuff. Like, it shouldn't be game 1. Game 1 can be a marquee matchup that's out of conference or whoever, but not like Alabama and Auburn to start the season, or Georgia Tech. Like, that's stupid. Absolutely dumb.
Although, Ben, Iowa State did play Kansas State this year, week 0 over in Ireland. So that kind of negates the point to a degree.
I got to say, that was a damn good game.
Yeah, it was.
But I think the reason, I mean, in that situation is a teensy bit different because, too, I mean, it is an international game, and I feel like a lot of people got super excited for that because you're playing in Ireland, you're the only one. Everybody's focused on you. It's not like week 0 and there's a couple other matchups that people are watching. That's the matchup. So, yeah, but I agree. It is what it is.
So DK, what's some thoughts you have? You're our guest right now. We want to hear some of your thoughts. It could be about anything.
I mean, I was kind of hoping the playoffs would go to 16 just to get rid of the buys altogether, just because the buys don't seem to help anybody to begin with. Indiana's the only one that's figured it out. And I'm sure Sig's phone was blowing up after that game by coaches asking, what's the secret? But, the Notre Dame clause, we knew that was in there. They were bringing that up last year when they first made the deal. I kind of remembered it. It got brought up again when they got left out. But like it was brought up earlier, they'll just, if they don't want it, they don't think Notre Dame belongs, and they're just going to put them outside looking. They'll just slip them out, conveniently put them at number 13 to keep them out. So, it is what it is. But
yeah, I feel like
I'd like to see 16.
Miami proved why we need 16.
Mm-hmm.
They were a bubble team like us, and everybody expected A&M to just beat the brakes off of them, and lo and behold, not only did that not happen, but then Miami ended up going to the national championship, and not only going, but being pretty much the only team that came, other than Ohio State, anywhere near Indiana this season. So, that to me proves that you should expand it. As much as I hate saying that it was Miami that did it. So,
yeah. But really, they weren't the one. It was more Bama getting in that was kind of the.
Well, yeah, that was.
Miami was good. They were good. They had the record at least for it, but a 3-loss Bama team over Notre Dame was kind of that was the one that irked me. But we all know what that was.
Yeah,
that was ESPN getting their guys in.
Well, something I want to add to that, if I can find it. Ben, did you ever watch that video clip that I sent you from the guys? I forget what show it was, talking about it was the SEC guy and the Notre Dame fan. They were talking, and the guy was going on about how all the SEC doesn't need to play Notre Dame.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen that one. Yep.
Let me just get the name of the show. It was from the Ruffalo and Joe show.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ring a bell to you guys?
A little bit, yeah.
So I'm not going to play the clip or anything, but this is actually adding on to the playoff number of teams and all that, and Notre Dame being left out and all the conference crap. So the one dude who's the SEC fan, I forget what team he cheered for or supported. He was going on about, they were talking about USC and how, he's like, well, USC, they're doing it to hurt their opponent. What better way to do that than to not schedule them? Just like here in the SEC, we don't need to play Notre Dame. We already have a tough enough schedule as is with our conference schedule. We don't need to play you, Notre Dame. And he was going on just a bunch of stupid tangents like that. And I'm thinking, ask Miami about that.
Yeah.
Ask Miami about that.
What saved them beating Notre Dame?
Exactly. Playing Notre Dame and winning.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, Tanner.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember where I bought this shirt from. I know I bought it online, but I can't remember where I got it from. But I bought the Chris Street tribute. And Sean, I think you remember that story. I think you're old enough to remember that story. Iowa basketball player that passed away in a car accident back in '93.
I was
middle of the season. Yep.
Yeah,
and that was just this past week. That was just this past Monday was the 33rd anniversary of it. So,
yeah, I somewhat remember that. That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
Was sad.
Big Ten Network did a good nice feed special about it a couple of years back.
Well, Tanner likes your shirt very much.
Yep.
No, so getting back to the point that I was making, yeah. So it's like we don't want not just ask Miami that question about how playing Notre Dame and winning helped them, but if you're a fan from the SEC and you're saying, "Oh, we don't need to play Notre Dame, we don't need them to win," he may be telling the truth, maybe so, but who after what happened with us with Pete Bavacqua saying that which actually it was a team vote to not play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which most people don't know that. But with that and Pete Bavacqua coming out and speaking up against the committee for what happened, And everyone's saying, well, Notre Dame's just being a bunch of pusses and taking their ball and going home. But then you got people like this SEC fan saying, well, we don't need to play you, Notre Dame. Who's taking their ball and going home now with crap like that?
Yep. 100%. If you're that good, you shouldn't fear anything. Yep. I agree.
But it's like, but DK, you've heard me say it over and over. You heard it early in the stream. These fans that push the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what that is. You know,
every fan base has them.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, of course, I'm not saying it's only the Irish, not at all. But they're the big standout, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then they call you guys Notre Dame out for not going to a bowl game, and then of course K-State. I would say Iowa State, but Iowa fans had their fun with that fan base when it came to them bailing out.
Yeah.
And of course, making fun of them for they tried to get on Iowa for beating somehow they thought they could troll Iowa for beating Vandy in the bowl game. And at that point they had about 15 people on their roster. So we were able to rip them right back.
Well, you know what the excuse for that was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, those teams are dinged up. Those teams are going through coaching changes.
Well, they all in Iowa State's case, they bailed out. They all hit the portal.
You know, I have no dog in the fight.
Which is exactly what would have happened with Notre Dame as far as NFL guys. I mean, those guys would have gone. We're going to probably opt out anyway, and not blaming them. Would have been a smart move.
I have no dog in the fight, but when it comes to the Iowa and Iowa State rivalry, you know what most people call Iowa State? I screwed up.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, but that's actually a new one, Sean. I hadn't heard that one before, but
well, listen, I have friends that I went to high school with that went to Iowa State. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what's being said.
Honestly, I'm surprised I hadn't heard that one before. I thought I'd heard them all until then. That's good.
Well,
the good thing about most Cyclone fans, they'll make fun of themselves as much as we do. So
that's what I hear.
We're both, and Iowa fans too. I mean, we can. It's a good rivalry where you can go back and forth with the other, and it's ever personal because you're around them too much.
Well, like I said, I really have no dog in the fight anyway, so I'm just sharing that with you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard them say. Iowa fans will say, Iowa State, you know what ISU stands for? I screwed up. But
yeah, that's a good one.
But it's like, anyway, what were we talking about before then?
I don't know. We lost track again.
Well, I don't know. Lost it. That train derailed.
That's my fault. What did I get? See, because what happened was, and DK, you've seen this many a times. We get to talking. I get a thought in my head, and I say it because if I don't say it, I think I'll forget it.
And we hadn't had that yet today, so we checked that box off now.
Yeah.
I think we were talking bowl games.
Oh, right. Well, I guess that was just my point of, everyone's giving Notre Dame a hard time because of, Pete Bavacqua actually standing up and making a stance. Never mind the fact that Alabama did it the year before. And Notre Dame, the team opts out of a bowl game. They make a team vote to not go.
Yep.
And they're called a bunch of crybabies who take their ball and go home. But yet that take your ball and go home mentality happens all across the board. But all these fans only seem to care when it's us making a statement.
Yep. Agreed. 110%.
And it's like I've said a million times before, no matter what Notre Dame does, somebody will always eat. They'll always eat it up. The haters will always eat it up. Like, you guys damn well know what would have happened if we were in the ACC as a full member, won it, and made the playoffs, potentially won the championship game. They'd be saying, well, the only reason you guys made it there is because your conference is weak.
Yep.
So it goes from your schedule's weak as an independent. It would then go your schedule's weak because it's the ACC. And what would be the next excuse? What would be the next one?
Agreed.
No different than when Iowa got tagged with the fake idea of college football a few years ago when we went undefeated for the regular season. They were getting on us about our schedule, and we were in the Big Ten.
Yep.
And Tanner, you're completely right on that comment. We'll see what happens this year. I wish we could have had Gronowski for another year because he was a real good one. But We'll see. I'm not sure if we're hitting the portal for one or if we're going to go with the two we got still in house. But time will tell.
DK, don't take this as an insult. I actually mean this in a good way.
Yep.
But if Iowa had an average quarterback at best, they would be dangerous.
Well, this year there was a few. He was a little dinged up. He didn't have spring ball because he was dinged up from his South Dakota State season. And then we had our highlight reel receiver at the end of the year missed the first 3 games with a foot injury, Vanderzee. So there were a few things going against us early in the year that we had to figure out. Which seems to be the case with Iowa every year with the offense. They find themselves about halfway through. Unfortunately, they always seem to drop one to Iowa State, or in this case, Indiana. We had them if Gronowski didn't ding his ankle in that game. We had them dead to rights.
Well, I'm just saying, all these years that I've seen them,
yeah,
Tanner's not too far off from the truth.
No, he's not. I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong either.
If they had a average quarterback at best, Iowa would be such a deadly football team.
The defense alone, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we haven't really had a solid one since Beathard, so it's been a good while since we had a really good one.
Well,
but Gronowski was probably the best of the bunch we've had since. And unfortunately, we only had him for 1 year. I mean, McNamara blew up in our face.
I remember, when I was graduating high school, that was the Tate days.
Yeah, Drew Tate. Yeah, that's right about the time I was graduating high school too. Those were Banks, Tate. Then we had Stanzi right after that. So we had 3 or 4 NFL or CFL quarterbacks in a row.
Yeah,
not significant ones, but they did last a while as backups.
Well, I graduated high school in 2004. If that gives you any.
I was 06, so right behind you.
Yeah, I just turned 40 last week.
Yep, I'll be in that group next year.
Yeah, us old bastards. But yeah, it doesn't seem like those times were that long ago.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, time moves quick.
Because it was my junior year that Ty Willingham came in, and that was the return to glory year.
Our Orange Bowl year.
Yep, exactly. And then us going on to get shellacked by NC State in the Gator Bowl.
Yeah, USC did to us what they did to you guys in the Orange Bowl. Carson proved why he won that Heisman that year.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. But I'll never forget my freshman year of high school. We were talking about Nebraska earlier, and this is the last time before things really went to hell with them. It was the Eric Crouch era.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget when we gave them a run for their money in 2000.
I remember watching that game. That was the first time of course, that's the one you always point at when it comes to the stadium looking the wrong color too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's the original of it.
I can tell you've been watching for a while. Because I mean I can't help it.
No, you're right, but you're right.
Well,
even Iowa hasn't let it turn red like that at Kinnick, even in our couple bad years when we've played them.
Exactly. For some reason, we've let it happen too many times. But that's the thing, DK. I'm not going to refuse to talk about things that the other people don't want to talk about.
No, that should be a issue that's brought up all the time. I mean, if that happened in Iowa City, we'd be raising hell about it.
Yeah, but for us, our own fans make excuses for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, here's the thing with Notre Dame being, let's just face it, there's a lot of rich people in the Notre Dame fan base. Maybe not across the alumni or the Subway alum.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame has a pretty rich fan base. You have no excuse for selling your ticket. What, because you want more money?
Right.
Give me a break, but I don't want to start going on a rant about that.
Yeah.
But I remember for a long time after that game with Nebraska and South Bend, it always confused me for the longest time of why we knelt on the ball with a minute 2 to go at our own 48-yard line and 2 timeouts. I'm like, from what I remember, Arnaz Battle was having a pretty good game. You're like 30 yards away from field goal range. Why are you kneeling on it? But then I find out years later, oh, he had a broken hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I remember I saw that. I remember that episode when you found that out.
Yeah, now I feel like a piece of shit for
the don't. Nobody knew back then.
Well, it was just let's just say, I mean, I put my foot in my mouth without trying to do so. Because I tried to blame that game on Bob Davey. Like, what was Bob Davey doing? But now
it's not like that was the only time that happened under him either.
Yeah.
Where we asked that question.
Yep.
Yeah, so well, shit, I don't know what else to talk about, guys.
I think it's close to the end. That's what I think.
I guess the part where we could always start talking about food. You know what I'm talking about. I've said this a million times. If Ben and I didn't talk Notre Dame football on here, we'd probably be talking about food. You know.
Yep.
Because we still got to make that trip up to Chicago to try Super Dogs.
Yep, we do.
And then I'll never forget the time. DK, maybe you were watching on that live stream where Ben was flipping out that when he found out I'd never had White Castle before.
I'm sure I watched it, but I just can't remember the exact reaction.
Okay. Well, I know you're not on.
I think you might have made a short. You might have made a short about it too. Now that I think about it.
I did.
I did see the short. I didn't see the full.
Okay. Yeah, you probably might not have been on that night, which I don't expect you to be, but it's just I was like, Ben, I've never had White Castle before. What?
That's the one. Yep. Now I'm.
And I was just like, you got to understand something, dude. White Castle is a well-known chain a well-known burger chain, but they're not on every single corner.
I don't think we have one over here in northwest Iowa either that I know of.
No, we don't have one here where I live, and that's crazy because we got 2 colleges here, so I don't understand why. But
the closest one to me is Joliet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
That's a decent. What is that? A good 2-3 hours for you, Sean?
It's a Chicago suburb.
Yeah.
So that's about right.
Yep. Same with me.
I feel like there was another topic that I wanted to get in, but
blanking.
I guess that's always what another video's for.
Yep.
But all I know is it's been, despite how things ended, this past season was a great ride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from where they were 0-2 to start the year, and you're thinking, what the heck is going on? And then to run it off like that for you guys, and then Iowa finished strong too. So I had a good stretch there. Wish we could have gotten those 2 or 3 games in the Big Ten to go the other way, but maybe we would have gotten in too.
Oh, I know something. I know what else I wanted to cover real quick. So the transfer portal. I'd started to talk about this earlier, but how do you guys like the haul that we got in the transfer portal?
That looked good.
Loving it.
I mean, Keon Keeley coming back after initially being recruited. Then we got those two receivers from Ohio State. A lot of help on the defensive line, which is big. A couple of safeties, I believe, and then we also got Purdue's kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Which, how good he is, I mean, the numbers look pretty good, but we'll have to wait and see with their kicking game.
Yeah, you need some help on that. But Iowa went through a stage like that a few years ago with their punters too, until we started the Aussie pipeline. So it happens from year to year.
Tanner says we got our first Doak Walker Award winner this year.
Mm-hmm. And well deserving.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
well,
basically the portal. Freeman's proven his point. You're not living and dying by the portal, but they're majoring in it.
Yeah.
And the haul they're getting, they're proving that.
Well, and this is where the portal is a pro, because there's a lot of pros and cons to everything.
Yep.
When you need help with a particular position, this is where the portal's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
and we're taking full advantage, and it's great.
Yeah,
I agree.
But as we said earlier, when you're a young player who's transferring 3 or 4 times, maybe going to a different school all 4 years, that's a con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you got to learn some kind of loyalty eventually.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, hey, it's an old buddy of ours. I'm sure this is Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, hope y'all are doing well. Next year's going to be our year.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a good feeling about next year.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, how this year started and how it finished.
Yep.
I mean, you guys saw it. CJ Carr in particular kept getting better and
Yeah.
better.
And Carr had a good year overall too. People
Yeah.
were kind of like dogging him a little bit, and I'm like, dude, you throw less than 10 interceptions a season. That's a good season for a quarterback.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like-
It didn't help. He got thrown to the Wolves first 2 games. I mean, A&M and Miami to start off as a first-year starter, that's not easy. So to see him mature as the year went on, that was a sure sign.
Yep.
Well, and even those 2 games, he didn't. It's not like he performed badly.
No, not
That's
at all.
the thing.
Yep.
I
I
mean,
agree.
that Texas A&M game, you know, I thought he played very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Next-
wasn't like he was playing with like a chicken with his head cut off or anything.
No.
Yep.
Next year's schedule and the talent you have on this team, everything sets up for Notre Dame to win the national championship. Yeah, I mean, you know, we weren't trying to dog on our schedule next year too
Not
much.
at all. Not
It's
at all.
just- I'm just being truthful, and it's true. It's not the
Right.
strongest schedule in the country.
No, it's not. No. And you know what? I always say, like I've said it with the schedule. You do it the way that Michigan did it. Okay. Aside from the cheating. Okay. Michigan had a really like lax schedule, except for one game, which was Ohio State. Okay. You win those games, you tune yourself up, you get into the playoffs, and you go on a run. And that's what Notre Dame can do, you know? So yeah, no, I agree. 110%. Like, go for it. I'm excited.
Me too. Credit to Indiana, but I believe they had a lot go their way this year. Their schedule was the worst of anyone in the CFP, including Notre Dame and Miami, and they didn't have to face ND in the playoffs. And you know what?
I'll agree
Sometimes
with the last part.
then he says sometimes you just need some stars to align,
Yeah.
and I believe it will in 2026 for us.
Mhm.
I agree. And listen, I was going to say this earlier, but I don't want to be too cocky or too bitter and too arrogant, but
You never.
yeah, you know me too well. Well, we already showed it against Miami that we could beat them.
Mhm.
We just couldn't finish.
Yep.
But I feel that we could have beaten both them and Indiana.
Well, we almost beat Miami in the first place.
That's what I
Like,
said. That's what
I
I just
mean,
said.
Like, there's no, I know, I'm just saying, but like we almost did already. So, like, I mean, there's that. And yeah, I mean, Miami showed that Indiana is very beatable. So, you know, because after they beat Oregon the way they beat them, I was like, oh man, like, good luck. And I mean, Miami was this close. I mean,
Yeah.
they were that close to getting it, you know? So, yeah, like, ooh. So, yep.
But they
I
were all
agree.
that close against to falling to Ole Miss and having the Rebels in the title game too, though.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
I think the key was that the teams couldn't run on Indiana. The best rushing teams they faced in Penn State, Iowa, and Miami almost beat them. ND would have the best rushing attack of any of them. And it almost makes you wonder if the rumors I heard about that kind of stuff were true, that they were afraid of the committee was afraid of Notre Dame going on another run.
Could be.
Eh,
Like I wonder if something like that, what Ryan just said, doesn't play into that.
Could be. You never know. There's lots of conspiracies out there. So,
Well,
that's
and
true of
it's not-
anybody they put in, though. Anybody could do it, other than maybe not to knock James Madison, but they were probably the only one that couldn't truly make a run if they get in.
That's not a knock on James
But
Madison.
BYU could have made a run too. I mean, they were good enough.
I had a worse knock. I probably had the worst knock of anybody. I called Alabama the DEI hire of the college football playoff.
That's what you were right. You were 100% right on that one. I mean, Indiana proved that.
But it's just, but
they had played Oklahoma already once before, so that one didn't shock me.
well,
but-
and Oklahoma was bad.
Indiana took them to the
I mean, and I'm
woodshed.
not trying to sound like a
That's all
hater,
good.
but I mean, Oklahoma's defense was banged up. Their quarterback was average, so like
Yeah.
the stars aligned for Alabama in that one, like Ryan was talking about.
Yeah, that was that's the
And-
only matchup they probably win out of those 4 quarterfinal games. I don't think they would have gotten out of any of the other ones. A&M, I think A&M would have beat them. I think Oregon would have whipped them. I think that was the only matchup they could have won.
Well, the funny thing is, I call Alabama the DEI hire, but really, a bid for the Group of 5 is really the ultimate DEI hire.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see that. Like let's say that it happens to be one of the shittiest teams in the Group of 5 level. We saw it with twice. Nobody wanted to see Tulane and James Madison get blown out.
Right. And they did.
Yeah, exactly.
So
People don't want to see that. I mean, it just should be the best teams.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Yep.
But I can understand, your conference champion wanting to be represented. I get it. But it's like, let's make sure they're the best teams.
Yep.
But I guess nothing's going to be perfect.
Yeah, but about the only way they could have altered that system the way it was to put a 7-5 Duke team in, which wouldn't have been any better.
No. And that's where they did do the right thing.
Yeah.
They did do the right thing there. I'll give them that. But
and that goes back to the auto bids. I mean, you name it. Like, imagine a crappy SEC. Okay, let's just say that, and you have an Alabama team that's got 4 losses, and you got a Georgia team that's got 3 losses. They both go to the championship. One of them's going to win. Neither one really deserved to be there, but now you got an auto bid, so they're going to automatically be in. I mean, come on. So, yeah, it should be the 12 best teams, period. There shouldn't be auto bids. Same with Notre Dame. I'll say it. If you are a top 12 team, whoever from 1 to 12 is, that's who should be in it, period. End of story.
right.
And then you can figure out the whole seeds and stuff as it goes. Who's undefeated, who, if they're tiebreakers and stuff, who beat this team differently than the other team, all that crap. Ryan's on a freaking roll in the comments.
Yeah, he's on there.
I was going to bring him up. But he beat me to the. Well, he already said something I was going to say. The fact that this is why I call Alabama a DEI hire.
Mm-hmm.
You lose 3 times, including getting your shit pushed in your conference championship game
By Georgia.
Why do you get left out? Why do you get left in?
Right.
So you can actually be rewarded for losing now.
Right.
No.
Yeah, if that was this formula, then BYU should have been in over as well because we're getting blown out by Tech.
And people are like, "Oh, because they played in the conference." Who gives a crap? They got their shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to bring these comments up. They're good ones. I'm very happy for the 10 real IU football fans. The reverse jacket fans bother me a lot, especially when they talk crap about Notre Dame.
Oh, geez.
While having been Notre Dame fans before.
Yeah.
We know somebody like that, Ben. I don't want to give out his name because it'd just be too mean.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a reporter in the media on Fox News, Aisha, and she's an IU grad, and they were she and a couple of guests on her show were joking about how they used to give away free football tickets when she was at Indiana. She's like, yeah, we still wouldn't go.
Well, you see, DK, we had a guy who used to watch the show all the time, and occasionally he would call in. But I can't remember what year it was. Freeman's second year, I think it was. He said he was switching from Notre Dame to cheering for Michigan because he didn't think Freeman was the guy to get it done. But I'm not going to be too mad on this guy because, long story short, he's one who's easily misled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
other point that Ryan makes, the in all seriousness one.
Okay.
Well, the one below that, but
Yeah. I'm just.
Alabama's the only team that can get blown out by a 5-7. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. In all seriousness, these conference championship games don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
If they did, Bama would have been punished for losing the way they did, and Georgia would have been rewarded for it. Neither team's moved. And that's exactly it. Alabama should have moved down.
Right. BYU got punished for losing
Oh yeah, big
their
time.
championship game, but then Alabama doesn't. And
That
that's
was
where we were pissed,
obvious.
you know.
That was the part that showed the hypocrisy there, Ben. Was that whole that they happened side by side, and then you're like, wait a minute, did we watch those games yesterday or not?
Welcome, Stripes. Too bad we're winding it down, though. He says, I just wish that would have been a 16-team playoff. We all agree.
Yep.
Then he says, congratulations to Indiana. However, I am not a fan of the school. You know, there's things about the school I could say too, but I'm not getting political right now. I'm not getting political. I'm not going to do it.
Yep. Next comment. Pull it up real quick because we're getting ready to wrap up. Alabama fans this year screamed you can't punish a team for playing in the conference championship game while also being the same fans who screamed for a month that SMU shouldn't have been in because they lost to Clemson. Yep.
Make up your minds.
Yep.
That's what I tell these people.
Yep. No, and I mean, like, some of the even tiebreakers and stuff too with these conference championship games just make no sense. Like, I mean, Miami not playing in the ACC championship was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, just, and I know there are tiebreakers, and I know like they lost games and yada yada yada. But like, I mean, so what? The champion is now, what was it, 7-5 Duke? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, they
I
had
can't
5
believe it.
losses and they get in over Miami, like, with 3 losses. Like, what? So
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but the SEC for their championship game, don't they still go off of putting in someone who hasn't been there in a while? Isn't that like a quote unquote tiebreaker?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'd have to look stuff up. I
I
don't know
it's
that.
ever gotten to that point though. If it might be in the list, I don't know if it's ever gotten there. I know that used to be the old Big Ten Rose Bowl tiebreaker way back in the day when they didn't have a title game. Was the team that it went late? The most recent was was eliminated.
Well, that's what I thought that I heard was that the SEC, they, for like a tiebreaker or whatever, they put someone in who hasn't been there for a while.
I mean, it would make more sense than some of the stuff they use.
Dude, Ryan
But I
must
don't
be
think- I
listening in on
I don't know
conversation.
that's what got Duke in or not.
Stripes says, I just a fan of Notre Dame, Texas Tech, and LSU. I received my bachelor's degree from Tech and my master's degree from LSU. Awesome, dude.
There we
That's
And
go.
you can't root for Notre Dame then because you didn't go to Notre Dame. Sorry.
Yeah. Shame on you, Stripes.
Yeah, shame on you.
You didn't go to Notre Dame. You can't cheer for them. You're
Yeah, I
not
guess I got to
allowed.
burn my Iowa gear
Yep.
then. I didn't go there either.
Yeah.
Hey, don't take offense to that, Stripes. We're making fun of the,
Yeah.
the tailgate.
Yep.
Last thing, I love how people hate us more than they ever have and hate the 12-team rule. Let us enjoy being the villain next year. It will be so much sweeter when Freeman is lifting that natty trophy.
Ryan must
Yep,
be
Fred's
listening
got
to
it.
private conversations because did
Yeah.
I not say that we're the villain? Did I not say
Yes.
that? Like,
Oh,
God.
man.
Hey, relish
We
in
got-
it.
we have to-
I
Relish
need to
in
go
it.
check my couch real quick and see if there's a bug in it.
Yeah, we have to.
Like, good
No,
grief.
seriously, embrace the villain.
Might as well embrace it.
Embrace the villain. You're gonna make some freaking
Yeah.
shirts that says that.
Pipe says, I've been a fan of Notre Dame since New Year's Day in 71 when my maternal grandfather took me to the 71. Oh, nice,
There
dude.
you go.
21 Cotton Bowl. Good grief.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Subway alumni.
Yes. Some alumni. Hey,
There you go.
love it, man. See,
Mhm.
like I said, Stripes, it's just you know about all the tailgating stuff that was going on, especially from Indiana fans last year. They're always like, let me see your Notre Dame degree. Did you go to Notre Dame? That stupid crap. So that's what we're making fun of.
Yeah.
I could care less. I could care less if you went there or not. And unfortunately, it wasn't just Indiana fans. It was unfortunately
Yeah.
some of your
Root
tech-
for who you want to root for. Period. End of story. Like, I mean, come on. Like, do you think that Penn State, that has a seating capacity of 110,000, you think every single one of them fuckers went to Penn State? Heck no.
Hell
Like,
no.
come on.
Like
Come on,
I'm
man.
I'm sorry, guys, to keep bringing this up, but I
No,
guess
bring it up. It's hilarious.
Keep coming,
It's
keep
stupid.
coming.
Well, it's just, but I'm just saying, it seriously kind of bothers me more than I let on because I hate that crap. It's like, who are you to say that that I can't cheer for this team just because I didn't go there. Because it's like I said at the start of the video, this isn't getting to be funny anymore. It's just stupid, and it's really irritating. But yeah, okay. This is Tanner asking
To
Brian a
yeah.
question.
You just do voice college football, all good. Like take some online class. Yeah, that would be actually really cool. I want to do the same.
Let's see what they have to offer.
Notre Dame is on the LeBron villain arc.
Yes.
Derp.
There we go.
Derp.
Just
110%, bruh.
Okay. Stripes. Stripes, that would be the very, very exact same thing as far as Michigan goes.
Yes.
And Ohio State. Ohio State's probably the most has the most of it.
Yeah.
I know they have there's a ton of there.
I expect Freeman to have this team a full 0 dark 30 and for it to be a quiet off season. Then we just bring out the belt to anyone on the schedule. Miami's going to get the full 2023 USC treatment.
There
hey,
you go.
I was there. I was there in 2023
Okay,
for
so
USC.
like I will say this right now. I am doing whatever it takes to get tickets to that Miami Notre Dame game.
Oof.
Like I never went to Notre Dame Southern Cal and I regret it. So I'm going to Notre Dame Miami next season.
Is that a night game? Did they give time?
Oh yeah, it's already a night game.
Yes, we
You
got
knew
to save
NBC was going to do that right. That's too
we've
good
got-
not to be.
We've got to save up and go.
That could potentially be and I hope, fingers crossed. That could potentially be game days there.
Well, son of a bitch, Ryan, why don't you get us tickets? I'm just kidding, man. It's not your responsibility. No, we're going to find a way to get there, Ben. We have to.
Yeah, if it wasn't so early in the season, I'd love to go to Lambeau.
Hey,
But
I know a way we can get tickets. Ben, is there any of your wife's dresses you can fit in? Because I know a lot of truckers that might go for you.
I'm not going to Wisconsin game because it's going to be hot as sin. Like that was a fool me once. You remember that Purdue game?
Yes. You can see the sweat through my dark blue jersey.
Like, no, thank you. If that, I mean, I'm not saying I want to go to Wisconsin when it's, like it is right now, but if that game was like week 5 or 6, I'd totally be down to go to it. But the fact that it's the first game of the season, it's going to be hot as sin in Green Bay. No, thank you.
See, what I would like to do, I think it's the Friday night before the game is when AC/DC plays Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah.
But I've seen them once. What's more important, going to see, as Ryan says, a potential game of the century?
Oh, yeah, game of the century? Heck yeah.
Because I've seen
Miami just came off a natty run. Like, I mean, that adds to it.
Anyway, I was going to say before we got into all that, Ben, there's a personal story about Notre Dame USC 2023. You know it already, but DK, do you know this one?
Remind me.
Okay, I'll tell. I was going to tell the story anyway.
A lady friend
was
was involved.
What?
The lady friend?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I took a date to that game, and this was a nice girl, but she was just way too damn sheltered.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand all the standing up nonstop and the cheering. She wouldn't talk to anybody except me. And I can understand being shy, but damn. Well, anyway, needless to say, we were done like a month later. And but hot damn, did we win that game?
Yep. That was a great game too. We ran Southern Cal out of the building. That was great.
But I'll say this. Though. Maybe it's the best thing that it didn't work out because, man, I couldn't keep traveling up to Michigan from Illinois all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's where she was from.
Yeah. There's your first big mistake. Girls from Michigan.
Yeah, that's true. True. I want to go to Ryan says I want to go to Provo, but the culture there and stories I've been told of the fans scare me. Kind of like Texas A&M. If you know, you know. Like, is he just?
Well, at least with A&M, there's beer involved.
Yeah. BYU, is he talking about the Mormon thing?
That's what I'm guessing.
Sean. Yes.
What else would he be talking about?
Hey, let me tell you something. From what I hear, those Mormon chicks, they're the freakiest. I mean, thinking this is not me coming from a perverted mindset, but just think about it.
Never, Sean, never.
Shut up. But just think about it. And I'm not bad mouthing anybody's faith here, but when you're sheltered like they are, it's like taking a bottle of pop here, shaking it. What's going to happen? You pull the top off. Because they've been sheltered for so long, there's a lot that's just ready to come out.
Yep.
You ready to explode? Okay. So there's that.
Oh, geez, he's going on a rant. He's really getting on a roll now.
Let me tell you something. When Ryan's on the show, we get laughing about.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. It's a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. Me
Me and Sean were at the NDUSC game. Me and Sean number 2 stormed the field, and I pulled a hamstring. That's right. He was there with the other Sean, but see, I was there with my date. He was with Sean number 2, who was probably his date as well. Oh, slam! I'm just playing, right?
That dude's married, Sean. Good girl.
I know.
Say.
Well, as Jeff Dunham would say in his stand-up act, good cover. No. Wah, wah, wah. Man, Tanner was there too. Holy crap. But this is all before we knew one. Well, actually, I knew Ryan, but I didn't get a chance to see him. Tanner, we hadn't met yet.
Do we see ND fans storm the field when we beat Miami? Does anyone ask Mario for the key card to the 7th floor of the hotel?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, a 7th floor reference. Haven't heard that in a while.
Aren't you allowed to
I
have
think that was
multiple
not
wives?
a
as
hotel.
Sean knows
If I
all.
remember the story, if I remember the story right, it wasn't a hotel. It was actually the dorm.
Ooh.
Is what they were referencing in that rap.
Aren't you allowed to have multiple wives as a Mormon? The FLCS, the illegal one, yes. But all I know is Sean knows ball. Yeah, I do know ball. And if I were to meet a nice Mormon girl, she'd know mine. I'm trying, all right. I'm trying to get laughter. They fail sometimes. Give me a break.
Lord.
It's like we'll see who knows ball when I get to meet a nice Mormon.
Uh,
I am a very, very big fan of Michael Irvin. Stripes, you weren't here and we were talking earlier about Michael Irvin, were you?
Oh, boy.
I am a very big fan of Michael Irvin because he was very, very nice to me many years ago at the Dallas Cowboys training facility. However, I am not a fan of the University of Miami. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Michael Irvin took the time to autograph all of my Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl championship hats as well as my whoa fond memories of him. Like, okay, I most likely think that Michael Irvin is probably a delight, but when you are on the field and the sideline at that, literally beating a trash can with a belt, that makes you look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, like. It's a little weird, man.
Stripes, don't go back and watch the first hour of this stream. You might not like it. Because let's just say we were having some fun at Michael Irvin's expense. But listen, for real though, if you have those great memories of him, that's awesome.
Good.
I sincerely mean it.
We need more stories like that.
Ryan says, do we get Tyler Buckner's sister off the soccer team to hold next year? I've heard she knows how to hold the ball.
Oh,
That's enough. I'll let you all go, boys. Now, is this 2 jokes in one?
Oh, it's 2 jokes in one.
Like we're talking about. I know he's making a reference towards him holding the football against Texas A&M, but is it holding another kind of balls?
I think it kind of speaks for itself, honestly.
Okay, I'm just getting an opinion. Speaking of Irvin, do we have Jerome Bettis? Speaking of Irvin, do we have Jerome Bettis after we beat Miami, giving belt to Irvin?
There you go. Now we're talking.
Sorry. All right. Well, before this gets even weirder, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say.
Yes.
I mean, listen, I'm obviously I'm no comedian, but I like to try making people laugh. Even if
I have a family, man. I have a family.
Yeah.
are they listening?
Huh?
Are they listening?
I hope not.
I think they know better by now, Ben.
Oh, speaking of which, did you know his wife, when we got together at his house to watch Ohio State a few years ago, his wife took a picture of us sleeping on the couch.
After the game, for the record, we were not asleep during the game.
No, it was before the game.
Was it before the game? I
think
can't.
it was a
remember.
night game.
Yeah.
Stripe says, I also have some autographed memorabilia from Shaq and Joe Burrow from LSU, as well as items from Patrick Mahomes and Cheryl Swoops, along with Darvin Ham from Texas Tech. Nice. Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of lost some respect from Cheryl Swoops, though, but that's a separate issue, which I never had respect for her to begin with, but
Don't get me started.
this is why me and Sean are not good role models together. Barstool should hire us.
Well, I mean,
Listen-
Barstool already took a like image and all that from you, Ryan. So there you go. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ryan made it onto their weekly wrap up. So
He also says, pray for my Broncos tomorrow, by the way. Ain't no party like a stiddy party.
I hope he's right.
I mean, here's the thing, okay? It doesn't matter who comes out of the AFC. Seattle's taking the whole thing. And I hate saying that because I hate Seattle.
Mhm.
So, I mean, so yeah. That's what I'm saying, Ryan. They didn't even credit you. Like
Yeah, that's bull crap.
110%. Like,
I mean, listen, when we had Mike Goolsby on, and you know how DK, you know how like movie with no different. This is no different than a movie trailer promoting a movie. We took the one section where he was talking about Ty Willingham and made that a separate video.
Mhm.
We actually ended up in USA Today from that one clip and what Mike had to say about Ty Willingham. They gave us if USA Today can give us credit, then Barstool Sports can give Ryan credit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but was the fact that USA Today gave us a little bit of credit because John works for them slightly.
I don't know about that. I mean, we did the work. We had
No,
Mike-
but no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason they gave us the quote unquote credit is because John had a say in that. Is what I'm saying.
it
We
could
don't
be.
know nobody at Barstool, so
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
we,
it sucks
we-
about
I mean,
this.
we don't know John personally, but we know of one another. Of
Yes.
course.
We've crossed paths many a time. Yes.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing. No criticism. As far as Notre Dame items go, this is from Stripes. I have autographs from Ara Parsegian, Lou Holtz, Tim Brown, and Jerome Bettis from dude, bitch.
That's oh man.
That's
This
hell.
guy's got the haul.
Hey,
got a
Stripes,
haul.
where do you live again?
What? What'd you ask him?
Where does he live?
Were you looking to buy some of his stuff?
Sure, we'll say it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks about Bo Nix. Yeah, Sam Darnold versus Jarrett Stidham in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Seattle and New England as a rematch in the Super Bowl.
Ironically, the Dan Le Batard show, a Miami fan show, gave me credit. That's funny. I have been a member of the Red Raider Club and the LSU Booster Club for over 25 years. Additionally, I have been a member of the Notre Dame Club of Dallas. Way to go.
Well, there
dude.
answers your question. There you go.
All right,
Talk
he's in Dallas. All right,
Dallas,
yeah.
I'm booking some plane tickets to Dallas.
Talk about putting your time in, man. Way to go. Yeah, 35 years. We knew what you meant. Sean number 2 got turned into a meme from that clip, so it lives forever. I got a signed BMO painting, only one of 5 that exist. It was an NIL thing.
There
that
you
he
go.
did. Stripe says, I live outside the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area, not interested in selling my memorabilia.
That's good. because I
Or
wasn't
you-
interested. I wasn't interested in buying anyway.
Well, if you're a trucker, Ben will put on a dress.
That was one time, Sean. Okay, one time. I told you that in confidence. Damn it.
It's not true. Still,
All
I think
right. Well,
the one time that was really funny though was when we were covering the XFL and I had you call that one dude.
oh,
What turned out to be a dude asking for his hand in marriage.
yes.
I don't
I
know.
thought at first I thought you were going to talk about maple syrup,
No,
but then you said XFL, and I'm like, nope, wasn't maple syrup in the XFL.
Ryan says, Ben, you need an OF so you can get paid for pouring orange juice on him. That's the one that's going to live on forever as long as the show.
Dude,
goes.
okay. Let me tell you something. Let me teach everybody something real quick. Okay. If you pour citrus on yourself, whether it's orange juice or whatever, okay, make sure that you're wearing goggles. A very valuable lesson was learned that night. So,
So it's like campaign in that sense.
dude, like I thought I was gonna go blind. Like that was awful.
Well, it was Matt Shelton who said that you got to do it with the pulpy kind.
The pulp wasn't the problem. It was the citrus that went into my eyes that was the problem. Like, I mean, the pulp sucked getting out of my beard. I will say that. Like, I had pulp in my beard for a couple days. So, yeah. But,
Well, that's
yeah,
the
that thing
too.
would sell like hotcakes. Yeah.
And
Maybe that
Stripe
can be a
says-
bonus. Selling hotcakes with maple syrup.
Stripe says, I would like to take some online classes at Notre Dame someday. I work in the financial services industry. I also have memorabilia from the Texas Rangers, Dallas Mavericks, and the Dallas Stars. Nice. I'd like to think there's some Mike Modano stuff in there.
Have to be.
Ben is a professional orange juice pulp to the face guy. He knows what he's talking about. Hey, DK, you remember that. He offered
yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
He offered to do it. And I was
And he
not
followed through. He followed through.
You got to give the people what they want. Okay?
Exactly.
When you don't come through, when you don't go through on your promises, that's how you lose people.
Well, I don't know how many people wanted it, but you followed through on your promise.
I don't know how many people wanted it, but I think a lot of people were like, there ain't no way he's actually going to do it. And the joke's on them. So there you go.
I love giving you a hard time, man.
But dude, I'd do it again, like in a heartbeat. If that is what it would take to win a national title, dude, I'd do it every day for a
Right.
freaking year.
Ryan beat me to the punch. I was just going to ask you this question. If ND wins the peach sugar fiesta, what does he dump on his face? Well, see, we won the
Dude.
Sugar Bowl last year. Obviously, the Peach Bowl, it would be a can of peaches. The Fiesta Bowl would probably have to be salsa.
Else, I don't know what's the sponsor for the Fiesta Bowl now. It's not Tostitos anymore.
Yeah, I know. Verbo.
Verbo, isn't it? I can't
Yeah,
run the house on
okay.
myself. I'm not the Wicked Witch of the
Yeah,
West.
okay, well, I'm not talking about the sponsor. I'm just talking about the item itself.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fiesta, it'd have to be salsa or guac.
Yeah. Salsa. Or
But-
chips. You could do Tostitos chips.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they're not the
Go
sponsor, but I
Tostitos.
mean, because like,
It'd be a throwback.
yep.
Okay.
Those 2 or 3
Sugar.
Fiesta Bowls they lost.
Sugar
Not
for
to
the
bring
Sugar
that.
Bowl?
Sorry, I brought it up. I know.
That's all right.
Dude, okay. If
Oh,
we
you-
won the Sugar Bowl, okay,
Yeah.
if
This is
we
hard.
won the Sugar Bowl, not only would I dump sugar on myself, but some Def Leppard would be playing. Wow.
Well, you
I
gotta
don't
do
think
that's
so.
automatic, man. Come on.
Okay.
You gotta do that. I mean, that would have gone without saying.
Well,
so there
you
you,
know,
go.
you could always melt the sugar down into caramel
Oh man.
Ooh.
and wait until it cools.
I would get waxed. Like that'd be awful.
Ryan says it has to be salsa nacho cheese mixture, but then he says salsa nacho cheese and guac all together.
Oh, geez.
No, add the chips too. Crushed up
Let's just make it nachos and call it good. Like
jalapenos. You gotta add some
Oh,
jalapenos,
man.
but you gotta pour that down your pants.
no.
No. I don't think anybody wants to see that, Sean.
I didn't say you had to show it.
Yeah, true. Good
Just
point.
dump it. Just dump it down. You don't have to show your.
You would hear the reaction very quickly.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but I also have a signed soccer ball from a player named Tattoo, a player from the Dallas Sidekicks. The team played at Reunion Arena in the early 80s. I'm sorry, man. I never followed soccer all that much. And then he says,
Yeah,
I've always
that.
loved
That one doesn't ring a bell.
I have always loved sports ever since I was a little boy. I wasn't good enough to play because of my physical limitations, but I enjoyed it. You don't have to be a player.
No.
Just enjoy it, man.
No, you have to be a player. You are not a real fan. You're not a player.
We just found another rabbit hole for that one.
Yeah, and now as another joke we can run with making fun of
There we go.
the gatekeepers. Oh yeah, what about the Rose and Cotton?
Well, the roses. Well, I don't know. Do you want? That'd be a pretty penny to buy a dozen roses to pour on top.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one, and let's move on to the next comment.
No. Okay, here's the next comment. Let's have a taco salad. He's got a good one.
Yeah.
Stripes has a good one
I
there.
said nacho, so it's close. Yeah.
No, back to the Rose and Cotton.
No, we're not doing that.
Make a diaper out of cotton.
Just empty out an old pillow.
Read the last one, Sean. Read
Rose
it.
Bowl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, rose petals, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing really fun with these two, cotton and roses. Can't be a Bears fan unless you played for the Bears. Okay, listen.
That would save a lot of people a lot of grief
Oh, hey,
in that
you want to
case.
hear a really hot take? You want to hear?
Hold on. Youth football. I played for the Vikings, and I couldn't get to the Bears. I'm
Join
sorry.
the club then, Sean. Join the club.
Hey, you want to hear a really hot take? Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to piss Sean off really bad in about 2 seconds. I am technically more of a Bears fan than Sean is because I had family play for the Bears. Just saying.
Well, my uncle, and this is a very sad situation, he got to actually see Dave Duerson's brain.
There you go.
It's sad, a sad situation.
Mm-hmm.
See, what I mean by this, my uncle's a doctor, and he actually worked with the University of Notre Dame for many years. He was actually on the team doctor. But Dave Duerson, who used to play for Notre Dame and went on to play for the Bears, after he committed suicide, he had his brain removed to test for CTE. And yeah, interesting story. When my uncle was able to view his brain, he said that he saw every hit that Dave Duerson ever took.
Ooh.
He saw all the bruises. So anyway, on to more pleasant stuff. Stripes.
Rose-colored glasses. Dig it.
Famous song by John Conley.
Yep, that's right.
Ben walking into the room with Sean throwing rose petals and Ben having a rose in his mouth. God, that sounds super gay.
Well, the rose in the mouth, that's a Big Ten trademark, I think. So, because every Big Ten champ
Good thing we're
does
independent.
that. 'Cause I think that's a sight every year. It's the Big Ten champs
Cotton
having
Ben
roses in their mouth at the end of the game.
I did know that actually. Cotton Ben just gets in the pillow fight. I don't know.
While in a dress. There you go.
Or you wear cotton underwear and you walk
Give
into
the people what they want.
Actually, here you go, Ben. You wear a pair of cotton underwear and you walk into a nursing home and say you're the stripper. Still hoping to get Joe Montana Sunday and obtain an autograph from him.
That'd be cool.
Still time, plenty of time.
Mhm.
He says, yes, I do have an autograph from Nolan Ryan and George W. Bush, Texas Ranger connections.
There you go.
Nolan Ryan, I still love that fight he had with Robin Ventura from like 93 where he just holds his head and just pummels him.
Dude, Nolan Ryan was not to be messed with. Like,
No.
like, dude, that dude was just a badass. So, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
All right.
How many guys can you say played with a cut lip 2 inches?
Yep.
Gotta be sponsored by Haynes.
Dude,
All
if we could get if we could get a Hanes sponsorship for this channel, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, you talk about a big time company. Like, that would be an awesome sponsorship.
I don't know. He makes a point. Fruit of the Loom.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers, man. Beggars
No.
cannot be choosers.
We got to build an audience first.
Right. You all got to start somewhere. We all got to start somewhere.
Sorry, don't ask me to be an underwear model.
Oh, come on, Sean. It'd be really fun.
Stripe says, how about a pair of Levi's blue jeans? Actually, I think the jeans I do have are Levi's.
I think I'm actually wearing Levi's too right now, if I'm correct.
Okay, I could probably try my hand at modeling jeans, but not underwear. That's for sure. What about you, DK?
I don't know about that. I'm staying out of this one. This is you guys' territory.
All right. Irish Brothers calendar. Well, there's things that we are working on. Tanner here's our graphics guy, and he's been a huge help.
Yeah,
Very good at what he.
I gotta
very
say,
good.
these graphics have been awesome the last few weeks since you guys have gotten this rolling
Well,
again.
Well, Tanner here, this is all his doing, man.
Yeah, does a great job.
We can't take credit for that. He came on board with us, and it's been a blast ever since. Real good dude too.
Mm-hmm.
Ben would walk into that nursing home if he got the Hanes sponsorship.
Heck yeah.
Hey, how old are you, ma'am? I'm 89 years old. Oh, let me give you a ride. I don't know. I have an autographed photo of that particular situation where he punched Robin Ventura, as well as an autographed baseball.
Oh,
Nice. Cotton Bowl's played in Texas. What about Ben wears chaps?
No.
Saved up for the autographed photo. Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this has gotten weird enough. Should we call it here?
Yeah. Time to call.
Probably time.
Well, listen, DK, thank you for joining us for the last part of this stream. It was nice to have you on and actually get a chance to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have more balls than all the haters that show up.
Yep. Sure do.
So, yeah, everybody else who stopped by except for the jerk off, thank you all so much. Oh, and Ryan says, make sure y'all sub and like to the most entertaining ND podcast on YouTube.
That's for sure.
You could be talking about yourself, though. So should we even be putting this up, Ryan?
I was going to say, you might have to clarify that.
Yeah. But no, listen, there's plenty to go around for everybody, okay? Yes, guys, please come and sub to our channel. We're also available on, X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble. Like I said, we might be getting off there because there's not that much of an audience on there. So, yes, we know, Ryan. We were just trying to give you some. But yes, Week Zero Productions. Go give Ryan and his group some love too. So, a DK, Tanner wants to know if you're
Not yet, but I'll get in there at some point here.
We're not hard to find.
No, I know. I'll find it.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, to everybody who showed up, thank you. DK, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. It's always great to have guests on and whatnot. So, with that note, I'm Sean Moerity.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
I'm Superfan DK.
Yep, might as well introduce yourself out. So, have a good night and God bless everybody and go Irish.
Go Irish.